We've got the remains of all the old TVs that I used to scrap boards for. Must go sometime. Watch out the next Cray Valley junk sale, basically. All sorts of other interesting oddities lurking, like Ultra Cubs. Never try converting an Ultra Cub for 2 metres if it's a low band. It's technically impossible. That one's on about, I think, about 80 megs. But I did try. I had a pair. I now only have one, which signifies how well I succeeded on converting it to 2. I do have a 2 metre one somewhere. I don't know where, but I have got one, because there's the microphone. Oh, there it is. A 2 metre Ultra Cub XG8JNZ. So it's interesting to find these things occasionally. Up here, as I say, is all the old boards, old PMR equipment. And if you move down, there is the main, or the secondary RTTY equipment, which is an Acorn Atom computer, fitted with a ROM-based RTTY program. It doesn't. It works very nicely, but I still prefer the mechanical equipment. It seems to radiate less interference than any of this modern micro gear. The noise in the background is down here, if you can hear it hissing away. 4 metres AM, the man's mode on 4 metres. There's nothing else other than 4 metres AM. There is loads of junk in there, and there's loads of junk in there. And there's loads of junk on the floor, as you can see. Approximately, what, 2 foot off the floor, would you say? About piled to that sort of height?
About that,
yes.
height, yeah.
A scent from the lighting crew and the camera crew. Oh, and to go with the joystick, a Joymatch ATU, which is great. The Joymatch ATU loads up better than the aerial does. So maybe Lyle is right about joysticks. It's all good fun. I'll tell you what, it's like a market sale. I'm not here today and gone tomorrow. VLF converters. What else we got in here? And out of it comes a ZX81. Remember that?
History now.
History. But no longer actually a straight ZX81. That's been modified. In several places it takes a plug-in keyboard. I can't remember what that was there for, but I put it on it. And it's also now runs 4th as opposed to basic. There should be another computer in there somewhere. I don't know where anymore. That hasn't fallen to bits either, which is quite remarkable. 77's converter, old bits of TV gear. I even got facsimile. Hello, Mum. Even got facsimile. Got the old Mufax, as I say, the wet paper courier. Which does work. That came off a rubbish skip, which was probably the best thing to do with it. I back-to-backed it, and it works, but one day I might actually get it operative on the amateur bands, although there's no, from what I can see, real specifications laid down as what the amateurs are actually using for scam rates. They seem to be using all and sundry. Moving up, we got more books for the sort of reference library. All sorts of bits and pieces there. Up on the top shelf, 2 metre halo, and the antenna leaning across here is the 50 meg indoor dipole, which I've had a lot of success with, only on receive, because I didn't get a permit, he said grudgingly. And then
I'm sorry about that. So I couldn't do anything about that.
Oh dear, well, I don't mind. I'm not really that upset. I just shan't talk to people when I get a ticket. Complete with the ceiling with the tiles missing. Got to get a shot of that in. That's where the tank overflowed and all the water ran in, down the shelf, down onto the next shelf, and all over the equipment that was there. Great fun, extremely enjoyable. Nothing like running about in the loft at 1 o'clock in the morning trying to stop the water coming over the top of the tank. Up on the shelf, well, that's the chuck-up shelf, and you can see what's on it by the weight and the bow, or in the weight of the bow of the shelf. So there we go. That's a general rundown of the IPZ shack, and it is generally run down, I think is a fair description.
Taking pictures of me now. While I'm pointing the light.
And there's the lighting crew on the floor. And there's the dog looking up the side of him. Dog holds a call sign, K9 DOG. Would you believe? Not really. Wave to the people. Woo!
Beckenham, gateway to the south. Kelsey Lane, home of G4FAN. Morning, sir. Crispin. Crispin. Now to Chris Henderson's house in the heart of the countryside, and Chris has invited us here to come and show us his Radio Shack. So over to you, Crispin. It's all yours.
Have I? Good afternoon, Keith and Phil, and very bright night. Welcome to Bella Payne, Beckenham. Not hardly the heart of the countryside, but it's fairly secluded, shall we say that. Haven't done a lot about putting together the shack at the moment, but there are various parts of the house which contain radio gear, etc., etc. A big event today was getting a tower over from Sidcup. We managed to get it over via a big hard van, and we had 5 or 6 helpers, and plus the odd couple of pints of beer afterwards helped us to get over the effort. A very strenuous effort indeed.
Thank you very much, Chris. Can you show us your Radio Shack now then?
I can definitely show you parts of the house where the radios will be and are at the moment. But as I say, I haven't got a shack as such to show you yet. Le shack numero uno, up here. Half built, hard boarded, but as at December the whatever it is, early,